think I'm gonna go ahead and change the oil on this 3046R today. Been needing to do that for a quick minute. Right now, let me get it moved up in the shade. First order of business. So I'll get you set up somewhere. Before I change the oil, I figured I would go ahead and grease the U-joints on the shredder, and this cover is just clipped on with some clips. I haven't greased it before, so I figured, well, let me just pop that off. I'll grease it real fast. They're not there. Let's see if I can do something making you too dizzy. If it's got a grease zert, it's on the other side. So there's a screw right here. Let me try that. I've never taken these plastic things off, so I think I'm gonna have actually a different situation here. Let's see if you can see. I'll come back to that one once I take it off the tractor, but I think it's right there, if you can see it. But I can't even see it, and it feels like it's loose. Yeah, so I'll need to address that. Okay, let me see where I can get with this one. I kind of know where I live with that. I need to just drop the shredder where I get to the front of this. That'll be real easy to correct. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, this fitting is ridiculously crazy to have to get to, but then again, it's also pretty easy at the end of the day. Let's see if I can show you what I figured out. I had to YouTube. Nobody really did what I'm doing, but from the other information I can figure it out. So basically, this screw, pull the screw out, and you're going to turn these tabs right here, these large openings, to line up with these little tabs. The whole thing pulls out. Now I'm going to have to move this up to, have to extend the whole shaft. Voila. Just so happens to be lined up. So there we go. Surprisingly easy, but amazingly unnecessary. I think they could have done something a little better than that. So now I've got to get this to line back up with these. Turn that back to where my little, I found a groove, this plastic piece right there that I'm getting is for that screw to sit in to keep everything from rocking back and forth. It just so happens to line up with this little fake grease fitting. And no, I did not try to grease that. But I looked at it and went, what are they doing? What is that for? So anyway, that's it for this. Once I drop it over here, I'll put this grease zert back in the front one, give it a couple shots, be done. Okay. Alright, let me get you off here and I'll come back and change the oil. Okay guys, before I get too far in this oil change, I want to show you one thing. Something I learned today. I bought this tractor in 2020. I've been on the road ever since. Just got back earlier this year. So I've never really spent much time with it, and I've never ever been underneath it. But while I was doing this, I was gonna lube everything up. Of course, I know where all my filters are and how to check my fluids. I've been doing that as I run through, but I found out something. I lubed my little trunnion fittings on the front and back, and I've watched some videos, and I've even a long time ago before I even bought this, and there was always a U-joint in the front and the back of the the compact tractors. This one doesn't have that. This 3046, and I'm not sure about the 3039s and things of that nature. I know this one has a little bit larger oil capacity, but that was the interesting piece that I was going to show you. It appears it's got a split oil pan. So instead of having that offset drive shaft coming through, it's got a center drive shaft that runs right through the oil pan. So anyway, thought that was interesting. Let's go ahead and get this draining and move on. I'm gonna put you back up. Well, let me find a place to set you, if you could see. I could prop you up on a rock down here. See if that works. Enough to see. I don't know why. Everybody's seen drain plugs pulled out before, I'm sure. Yeah, I think if I wasn't just down here looking at this, where these plugs are, I bet I could pull these out without having to lay on the ground. Better get this far one first. Make the smart move, guy. Okay, now I'll get you back up top. Get to that fill. Come on, pansy. Okay. Got this from Deere and actually looks a little smaller. But the way these things are made, it certainly ain't gonna matter. And they gave me 15 W40 at the dealership for this tractor. I haven't looked it up, asked any questions. I rarely go to dealers for anything, but in this case, I trust them definitely more than I would the Ford dealer. Okay. Now supposedly it holds 6 quarts. I did look that up. So we're gonna find out. Get a funnel. When I did buy this thing, I tell you, it took me a minute to find the dipstick, because this little thing it is hidden in here, especially with the loader on. It's really hard to find it. That little touch I'm missing is all I'm gonna need. I could check my oil before I put that back on, but I'm feeling good, feeling confident about this. This is one of the easiest little projects I've done in a minute. Everything seems to turn into much more than it needs to be. Oh yeah, beautiful. All right, team. I think that about does it. I'll wrap it up. So thanks for hanging out with me. Catch you on the next one.